In this video we are going to talk about the best home theater video upgrades and amp optimization. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Thousands of people have told us how much fun they had installing a great home theater. It's a great way for families to relax and unwind. While you can always upgrade your home theater for better performance, we thought it would be fun to go over some other options. They only take time and knowledge. Tip number 1, dialing in your zoom, shift, and focus. Almost every front projector has a shift and zoom feature. Yours may have shifted slightly or become misaligned with your screen. Get the home screen from your favorite streamer, whether it's Roku, Nvidia, or Apple TV, to align it. The aspect ratio should be 16:9. You can then use the up and down shift to make the image fit perfectly from top to bottom. Changing the image height while adjusting the zoom will be required. To avoid seeing video noise on the top or bottom of an image, we recommend having about 14% of the image overspray the screen's edge. To test this, place a blank white piece of paper against the screen's border. After that, use left and right shifts to center the image. If your widescreen is wider than 16:9, use a tape measure to ensure the image's edge is equal on each side. Once finished, save the setting if your projector allows it. If you are using lens memory for widescreen, pull up a widescreen movie and then repeat the process with a movie in 2.35 or 2.4 aspect ratio. Make this your widescreen setting. You can also set multiple aspect ratios if you have more memory settings. For example, fans of European Netflix series may want to set up one for 2.0 widescreen. After lining up your zoom and shift, it's time to focus. We've created a great test pattern that works better than the projector's grid. If you can adjust focus with the projector remote, do so right in front of the screen. If you need to adjust focus at the projector, get someone to help you stand at the screen or use binoculars. This pattern has lines and crosshairs for focusing. The idea is to make those lines as sharp as possible. If you are very close to your screen, you may be able to see individual pixels with proper focus. If you see some color overlap, don't worry, we'll fix it in our next tip. It means your projector isn't perfectly square to your screen and you need to adjust its mounting bracket. Tip number 2, projector panel alignment. Now for panel alignment. Aside from single-chip DLP front projectors, most front projectors can align the 3 colors used in the light engine. When customers ask us to upgrade their theaters, we find that their panels are frequently out of alignment. This is one of the most overlooked steps by installers learning the space, but it has a huge impact on picture and clarity. Your projector probably has a panel or pixel alignment section. To get it right, your projector needs to be warmed up for at least 30 minutes. Your room should also be dark. Adjusting individual areas of the screen is an optional second step. In 99% of cases, simply shifting the entire panel will align the red, green, and blue. During the alignment process, one color is fixed while the other 2 are adjusted separately. For example, many projectors have fixed green and separate red and blue adjustments. You want a white line rather than lines where the red and blue don't match. After aligning the panel, you can align the grids one by one. Between adjustments, close your eyes for 5 to 10 seconds. You'll probably notice that they have a minor effect on other areas of the screen. If you have to choose between aligning the outer edges and the center, align the center. Tip number 3, display and amp source. The next 3 steps are universal. First, we'll check your source's video output for quality. Most modern components use HDMI connections to determine the maximum video resolution your TV or projector can display and automatically set themselves to be correct. Occasionally, the settings will output signals below the system's capability. The first step is to look under the input feeding the signal to your projector or TV. Ensure HDR is enabled on your TV or projector. In some cases, such as Sony projectors, HDR is referred to as enhanced. Speaking of HDR, you've probably seen it on new TVs and projectors. High dynamic range. This new technology is designed to deliver better contrast and a wider range of colors. If your TV or projector does not support HDR, you should consider upgrading to one that does. This was a major breakthrough a few years ago. If you set your display to the highest resolution possible, your video sources may detect this and automatically adjust. In any case, check the menus of your video source components to ensure they are sending the highest resolution signal your TV or projector can handle. For example, if your display supports HDR, set it there; if not, set your sources to 4K. For example, the Apple 4K TV can output HDR, but it is not preset and must be changed in the settings menu. When you change the source, your screen goes blank, then comes back up with an option to select OK to see the image. Remember that higher resolution video and HDR require HDMI cables with more bandwidth than those available a few years ago. So if you have an Apple 4K TV and your projector or TV supports HDR, but your cables are old, you won't get an HDR signal. If you're upgrading components, get 48 gigabits per second HDMI cables. These will handle the latest HDR and prepare you for 8K and faster video games. Tip number 4: Video calibration. Most TVs and projectors have a bright picture to stand out in a showroom. In a showroom, this setting may be appealing, but it lacks contrast, color, and picture. So, once it's in your home, you want to get the best picture possible. These settings are usually found in the picture menu of your display device. Depending on the brand, you may see names like Cinema, Natural, Filmmaker, or Reference. These have the best contrast and colors to match the content producer's original intent. So, depending on your brand, pick one of these 4. Exception: if your room has lots of natural light, you can sacrifice picture quality for brightness. Experiment with a slightly brighter setting that is as close as possible to these. It is important to leave the setting in place for several hours or days after changing it. Going from a very bright or vivid setting to a more accurate one will make you think it is less good. Taking a break from the brightness will help you appreciate the improved contrast and colors of a more reference-level setting. Choosing the right picture preset on most modern TVs and projectors gets you very close. The industry has become so competitive that almost all of the top brands set up their displays to come very well calibrated out of the box if you choose the right preset. If you're a perfectionist, you'll want to tweak 3 settings: brightness, contrast, and sharpness. Only professional calibrators with expensive test equipment should touch the others. We've made a video with test patterns for your projector or TV's brightness, contrast, and sharpness. To calibrate these 3 functions, go to the video and use the calibration screens. If you have a newer TV or projector, the settings should be very close if you start with the right picture setting. Tip number 5: Audio and amp, video lip sync. The last tip is to combine audio and video. Every display device and video processor adds delay. This means that each of your sources will have a slight delay. This will cause the audio to be out of sync with the visual. We hate seeing people's lips ahead or behind the speech. Lip sync is the most common component adjustment. This is usually found in the surround sound receiver or processor settings. The lip sync in your receiver should be set separately for each input if you have both a Roku and an Apple TV. Lip sync is difficult to adjust without visual cues. We made a lip sync companion video to help you find the perfect lip sync setting. You can change your lip sync setting in the video by beeping along with the line on the screen. The video has 2 parts, a rough adjustment and a fine tuning. It will drive you insane if it is out of sync at a friend's house once you've used that video. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.